Alright guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to level up your Python projects by making amazing documentation that looks like this. Look at this. It's crazy. So what you can do here, what I have on the left is my documentation page. On the right is just a markdown file in my Python project. And I can change whatever I want here on the left. And it changes automatically here, so I can play around with my documentation. I'm going to show you how to do this, and the coolest part of this is that if you just go over here and you change the style, there's different pages you can go to your about page and so on and so forth, and you can even add images if you want. For instance, we can go over here, and if I just save this, we can put an image into our documentation, which is awesome. And all of this is done using a library called MkDocs, and I'm going to show you how to set this up in this video. Okay, so I just opened a fresh new folder here, and the first thing you want to do is open up your terminal, and we're going to install MkDocs. All you need to do is do pip install MkDocs. Now, I've already got this, so I'm not going to install it. It's already installed for me, but it's going to take a little while for you to run, and that's cool. The next thing you need to do is run a command. You need to run Python -m mkdocs, then you just run Python -m mkdocs new and the name of your project. So let's call it project. Cool. So what happened here is you now have a project file. It's got a docs folder with an index.md and an mkdocs.yaml, and this is the configuration file, and this is your markdown documentation. And at this point I can already look at my documentation. So all I need to do is do Python -m, make sure you're in your projects folder, and you do mkdocs serve. And what this is going to do is it's going to host the server locally where you can look at your documentation. And now we have our mkdocs documentation, and you can type in anything you want here in Markdown, and you can change and add new sections if you want. And as soon as you save the file on the right, it gets reloaded. It's hot reload, and you can see it on the left, which is really neat. There's also you can navigate to your sections and so on and so forth, so that's awesome. And if you go to your mkdocs.yaml, you can add some configurations. So you can change the name of your site, for instance. Let's call it Fast and Furious, and there you go. You can see all the changes taking place. We can also change our theme. So if we do theme name read the docs, we can see that the theme changes to a read the docs kind of theme. So that's it. It's super easy to set up. But like I promised, if you want to have the material theme and you want to play around with that, all you need to do is install one more thing. You need to do a pip install mkdocs-material. And then once you've installed that, you can change the theme to material. And now your theme should be looking up. You got it. Put the server up again. So Python mkdocs serve, and you have your material theme. It's cool. Let's paste in some documentations that I had already come up with here, and we don't have the image anymore. So if you want to upload an image, you can do this by just adding the image in Markdown style like this and passing a path reference to the image. When you're done with your documentation, you can build this into a static file and serve it on your website or on your GitHub pages or wherever you want to host your documentation. And let me know if you want me to make a video on how to do that as well. Now there's some other cool things you can do with MkDocs. If we wanted to add a new page in our documentation, because right now we have the index page, let's say we want to add a new page. All we need to do is create a new file under the docs folder, and let's call it family.md. Family is very important. If we reload this, you can see it's already on our page here, our documentation page, which is awesome. If you want it to show up in the navigation, you can also add, depending on the style, you might also have to add something to your mkdocs YAML. So you could add something like this, family, and then family.md, cool. And now it's here on your navigation bar. So you have home and you got family. Another cool thing you can do is we can add some extra CSS. And you do this by just literally saying extra CSS, and you point it to where your style sheets are. In this case, I'm just going to point it to this folder here, and then you got to create the corresponding folder under your docs folder. So I'm just going to be create a folder here, style sheets, and a new file called extra.css. And I've got a little bit of CSS prepared. I mean, this is not a tutorial on CSS, but what I've done here is I've altered the CSS. So now when I hover over this bar, it looks different. And you can do all sorts of things here. Let's say you want to change this background color. We can change it to whatever color we wish, really. And there you go. I mean, there's a lot of customization that you can do with this. It's very fun. It's a very easy way to really level up your projects and make things look 10 times better. So let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions. I respond to every comment. And yeah, please subscribe for more tips like this. See you guys on the next one.